My name is Rich Risto, and I am a stranger in a strange land. And today, I'm by the Beijing Hangzhou Canal in Wuxi, not that far from the downtown train station, at least the South Square. I shot an earlier video trying to read the history on a bas-relief sculpture wall that's down in this direction. I want to continue my walk alongside this offshoot of the Grand Canal, and see what else I can find. Now, I always joke that I see people fishing in the canal, both here, other cities, especially Changzhou, and I never see them actually catch any fish. Alright, so we have some nondescript mural on this side. On the other side, you may be able to make out what looks like a little bit of public propaganda. But, it's been a couple of years since I've been here, and I think there's another sculpture coming up here soon. But this part of the canal actually is going to be curving in a way towards the main section, but there are still some things to see and consider in this part as well. And it should be noted that the actual name of where I'm walking is the Liangxi Touring Recreational Greenway. Liangxi being also a name of a district here in Wuxi. So that's where I'm walking. So this is actually a manicured, not manicured, well-maintained piece of public history. Behind the construction crane, there's one of the buildings that is more central to downtown Wuxi. Alright, here is another bas-relief sculpture. I'm not going to pick this one apart as much. It looks more calligraphy based, but still what you see here is variation on the theme of water. But then again, this time you have more sort of carved calligraphy with some sort of seal stamp. And this one is not as detailed in terms of the actual carving that the other one that I did a whole video about was. But then again, this one's likely older. And here we have a sort of map of the area. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on this one as long, but I'm going to keep walking in that direction. Eventually, I am going to come to a bridge to get to the other side, because you may not see it a little bit off in the distance. There's a boat there that I actually want to look at that has some historical significance. Well, I can easily say it's been a couple of years since I did this particular canal walk. And if there's anything that's a constant with China, it's construction. So I can tell you, last time I did this particular route of a walk alongside the canal, which junctions here, anyway, is this high-rise under construction. I can tell you most definitely the skeleton of this I don't think was here the last time I actually was standing on this bridge. Probably those two buildings as well were likely not here. Urban development in China, you blink, 6 months go by, buildings pop up where you never thought they would. Alright, now I'm on the other side of the canal, and even though it's muggy and smoggy, always nice to know that I'm entering a little bit of shade here. Okay, so this is just a basic public tea house. Not much really to see as much here. Bilingual sign. Relics of the old ancient outpost of the tax office, which is, I guess, what this is. Which makes sense because if a lot of commerce here is based upon fishing and transportation on the canal, it would make sense if you had a tax outpost situated on the canal where you could collect taxes from boats. So here we're entering now another cluster of older buildings. Last time I was here, quite a number of older Chinese playing mahjong and cards. Not so much now. The other thing, as with last time I was here, I was actually kind of chased by a bunch of dogs. Okay, according to this sign here, this was a lane dedicated to bamboo trading, according to that sign. Looking at this sign, anyway, this is historical ruins, Idra, I think. Folks arguing over tea. Probably eating lunch. There's some chopsticks there. And the end of the line. But here we have another sculpture mural. Not going to dissect this one as much. You can probably see the same themes going on here. People transporting goods. There's a time reference. This one has a car, so this is more possibly 100 years ago being depicted now. But as you can see, even in a world that has automobiles, the traffic and commerce on the canal is very, very much a thing. Like here, they're offloading, and what have you. So I'm going to move on because I have a spectator. Seriously, I don't know why stuff like this freaks me out and scares me, but it does. Busy road, downtown Wuxi. I think the subway stop I'm near is Shunlimen Station, which is one stop away from the train station. Here's the canal I've been walking along, and now I'm going to descend to the opposing side. Okay, so this shot's from the other side of the canal. This is the bamboo trading lane, which I just walked through. And seemingly without any purpose, we have random elephants. Okay, so I am looking at this just for note taking purposes. Shusho and Shujayan, father and son, after receiving funding from this government official, Chung Guofan, decided to make a steamboat. And let me get a close-up, because there is one on the canal. Unrelated, but I have no clue as to what this is. All I can assume it's for washing the underside of industrial vehicles. Just a weird sort of industrial fountain going on there. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is this. As far as I know, this is not the real thing. This is a replica of the steamship that father and son Shu made at the behest of Zheng Guofan. Now, why is this important? Why is this replica of a steamship along the Grand Canal, or at least an offshoot of the Grand Canal, important? Well, it's these guys over here. Now, this steamship was built in the Qing Dynasty, I think, kind of middle-ish 19th century. And with these guys. Now, what is going on here? Well, the Qing Dynasty, when it had opened back up to the West, had found itself technologically behind European powers, which is strange given back, if you go back thousands of years of history, at one point in time, China and Japan technically and technologically outmastered Europe when it came to technology. I mean, gunpowder, the fire lances that became rifles, and a whole bunch of other stuff, coal. You know, that was all technically advanced when Europe was still struggling in the Dark Ages. And so, I'm assuming father and son Shu here, and I'm assuming this guy here is Zheng Guofan. Now, what is important is this is commemorating the first steamship, or the first ship using steam technology that was conceived and built by Chinese people rather than imported at exorbitant prices from the West. So it is technologically important for its time period. And we're going to end on one note here. Let's look at Mr. Zheng's hand. Look how blobby and unformed that hand is. Now look at this hand, or this hand, or that hand. Very well articulated, whereas this one looked like they lumped some concrete, shaped it in a hand, and stuck it on Mr. Zheng here. Well, here's what's happened. I see this quite a bit in Chinese public spaces. So I'm going to knock on the dude's chest. It's empty. The hand likely fell off, and just plopping some concrete and shaping it like a hand was likely the best way to fix that. All right. Now, thank you for watching this video. That's about all I can say about this section of the Beijing Hangzhou Canal, as the part of it as in Wuxi. So again, thank you for watching, and if you like to wander around like I do, until next time, safe travels.